The 1997 1-cent coin of the United States might seem like an ordinary piece of currency at first glance. After all, it's just a small copper-plated coin, worth exactly 1 cent. But beneath its simple exterior lies a fascinating story of history, rarity, and intrigue. Its value today isn't just determined by its face value of a mere penny, it's worth much, much more due to unique circumstances that make it stand out in the world of numismatics. Coins like these often pique the interest of collectors and investors alike, many of whom are willing to pay far more than a penny for this seemingly inconspicuous object. The story of this 1997 1-cent coin stretches far beyond its intended value, touching on rare occurrences in the history of American currency, the evolution of coin minting, and the rare errors that have propelled some coins into the realm of valuable treasures. It all begins in 1997, a year not often remembered for being a milestone in U.S. currency. Yet this very year saw an unusual series of events surrounding the minting of the 1-cent coin. The U.S. Mint, responsible for producing all of the nation's coins, had long been in the business of creating cents for everyday use. These coins were primarily made of copper, with a small amount of zinc, which contributed to their low production costs and relatively low perceived value. However, a coin's true worth isn't always about its intended design or metal composition. In the case of this 1997 coin, something unique happened during the minting process that led to the creation of a piece that would later be deemed extraordinarily valuable. There's a fascinating history behind the U.S. Mint's operations. In 1997, the Mint was already well into the process of refining its methods of coin production. It had been over a century since the first large-scale minting of the Lincoln cent, which debuted in 1909. Over the years, the Mint had gone through various changes in terms of both its operations and the coins it produced. The cent coin, which featured Abraham Lincoln's image on the obverse, was one of the most recognizable coins in the U.S. currency lineup. It had gone through a variety of changes in design, but by 1997, it had retained the same basic image that had been used since the early 1900s. What truly made this 1997 1-cent coin stand out, however, wasn't the standard design or the use of copper. Instead, it was a very rare production error. In some rare cases, coins are struck with flaws that happen during the minting process. These errors can take many forms, from double-struck impressions to coins that are partially blank or over-engraved. The 1997 1-cent coin in question has been documented as one of those rare coins that possess such an error, making it not just a piece of history but also an anomaly in the world of American coinage. These kinds of errors, when discovered and confirmed, can dramatically increase the value of the coin, sometimes by hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. The error itself is a result of a rare misalignment that took place during the coin's production. Essentially, the die used to stamp the design onto the coin was slightly out of place, which led to the image of Abraham Lincoln being struck off-center. This simple mistake, which may seem trivial to the untrained eye, made the coin incredibly rare. Coins that are struck off-center are considered error coins, and because they're so uncommon, they often command high prices in the collector's market. What started as a small mistake in the production process turned into a sought-after piece for numismatists and collectors alike. The value of this particular coin has skyrocketed because of its rarity. Unlike most coins that have been mass-produced and distributed, error coins are limited in number. The rarity of a coin plays a critical role in determining its value. In the case of the 1997 1-cent coin, it wasn't just the off-center strike that made it valuable. It was the fact that only a few of these error coins were released into circulation. When collectors and investors discovered this, the coin's value started to rise. The most interesting aspect of this story is how the discovery of such error coins can lead to a chain reaction among collectors. When a coin like this is identified as being a rare error, collectors who specialize in such anomalies jump at the opportunity to acquire it. Some coins can end up being auctioned off for prices far beyond their face value, especially if the coin has historical significance or if it's linked to a particularly notable event in American history. The 1997 1-cent coin, with its off-center design, quickly found itself at the center of a bidding frenzy. As word spread among the numismatic community, the coin's value grew exponentially. Some experts estimate that this coin could be worth as much as $255 million today. The idea of a single 1-cent coin being valued at such a staggering amount is a testament to the intrigue and fascination that error coins inspire in the world of coin collecting. While the 1997 1-cent coin is the most well-known example of a high-value penny, it's far from the only one. Over the years, many other coins with errors have been discovered and sold for impressive sums. Collectors have long been captivated by the idea of finding something unique, something that no one else has, and the rarity of error coins makes them highly desirable. In many cases, these rare coins represent a moment in history, a snapshot of a time when something went awry in the minting process, resulting in an object that would go on to be a significant part of the numismatic world. The 1997 penny is an excellent example of how the world of coin collecting isn't always about the coin's intended value. Many coins, whether they are pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, are produced in vast quantities and end up circulating through the country without ever being noticed by collectors. However, every so often, a coin with a mistake or unique characteristic emerges, and the value of that coin can shoot up, turning a once ordinary item into an extraordinary treasure. The process of discovering such coins is a thrilling part of numismatics. For collectors, the hunt for rare coins with mistakes is like a treasure hunt, where the reward is the chance to own something valuable and historically significant. And it's not just professional collectors who participate in this hunt. Hobbyists, amateurs, and even ordinary people who happen to come across rare coins can sometimes find themselves in possession of a piece of currency worth far more than its face value. The history of the 1997 1-cent coin and the circumstances that led to its rarity reminds us that even the most ordinary items can hold immense value. A coin that was designed to be used by millions of people for everyday transactions can, under the right circumstances, become something incredibly rare and sought after. And when that happens, it's a reminder of how intricate and unpredictable the world of coin collecting can be. So the next time you come across a 1997 1-cent coin in your pocket change, remember that it might not just be worth 1 cent depending on its condition and the uniqueness of its design, it could be worth far more. It might not be the rarest coin in the world, but it is part of a long tradition of coins that tell stories of the unexpected and the extraordinary. The 1997 penny stands as a testament to the fact that, in the world of currency, sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Next, 1986 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of currency, has become the subject of incredible fascination and immense value. To most people, a penny is just that, a penny. It's small, it's inexpensive, and it rarely gets a second thought as it rolls around in the bottom of pockets, clinks in change jars, or gets swept away by the breeze. However, the 1986 1-cent coin tells a different story, one that defies expectations, captivates collectors, and raises questions about how something so commonplace could hold such extraordinary worth. The history of the 1-cent coin dates back to the late 18th century. The very first U.S. penny, known as the large cent, was minted in 1793, and over the years, the design and composition of the coin have undergone numerous changes. In 1986, the 1-cent coin, which is often called a penny, was still largely the same as it had been for many decades, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a simple wheat design on the reverse. Yet, beneath the surface, the world of coin collecting was beginning to evolve, and this seemingly humble coin would come to symbolize a rare intersection of history, value, and intrigue. When the 1986 1-cent coin was initially struck, it was produced just like any other penny minted that year. But unbeknownst to most, a select few of these coins would go on to become something far more extraordinary. It is important to understand that not all pennies are created equal. The mass production of coins by the U.S. Mint means that the vast majority of coins in circulation, including those from 1986, are nothing more than face value currency, worth precisely 1 cent. However, there are exceptions, and these rare anomalies are what make the world of numismatics so fascinating. Over the years, several different types of rare coins have emerged from the minting process, whether due to errors, special editions, or unique characteristics that make them stand out from the rest. In the case of the 1986 1-cent coin, there were specific instances where the coin was produced with a notable defect or unique attribute that made it more valuable than its standard counterparts. This concept is not new to collectors, who have long sought out coins with errors or special features, as these coins are often much more sought after than their regular equivalents. One of the most famous examples of this is the 1986 penny with a unique double die obverse. This coin was struck with a rare minting error, resulting in an image where the features of Abraham Lincoln's portrait appear doubled. This sort of error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, and the die used to imprint the design onto the coin is slightly misaligned during one of the strikes. The result is a coin with a distorted, blurry design, and in some cases, these errors can make a coin incredibly valuable, as they are considered unique anomalies within the minting process. coins with errors such as the double die obverse are highly coveted in the world of numismatics, and they can fetch incredible amounts of money on the market. In the case of the 1986 double die obverse penny, it's not just a rare coin, it's a treasure that embodies the unpredictable nature of coin production and the passion of collectors who are willing to go to great lengths to obtain such a rarity. For years, the value of the 1986 1-cent coin remained modest, with most examples being worth only their face value. However, as interest in numismatics grew and more collectors began to examine coins from past decades with a more discerning eye, the market for rare pennies began to rise. The 1986 1-cent coin, especially those with errors or unique features, quickly became a prized possession for many collectors. The value of these coins increased exponentially as collectors began to recognize the significance of owning a piece of history with a unique story to tell. In particular, the double die obverse penny became one of the most sought-after coins in the 1986 series. While many were still circulating and remained relatively inexpensive, the error coins began to attract the attention of serious collectors who understood the potential for the coins to appreciate in value. As these rare pennies began to change hands, some examples were sold for far more than their original face value, and rumors started to circulate about how much one of these coins could truly be worth. The number of double die obverse pennies from 1986 is limited, and the rarity of these coins only increases their value. The specifics of the error can vary from coin to coin, with some examples showing more pronounced doubling than others. However, all of these coins share a common thread: they are incredibly rare, and they are highly desirable to those in the know. In some cases, a single 1986 double die penny has sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and some enthusiasts even speculate that the value could rise even further as the years pass and fewer examples remain in circulation. In addition to the error coins, other factors have contributed to the increasing value of the 1986 1-cent coin. As time passes, older coins naturally become more scarce, especially when they are removed from circulation and locked away in private collections or museums. The 1986 penny, like many other coins from past decades, has become harder to find in mint condition. A well-preserved example of the coin, with little to no wear or damage, is much more valuable than one that has been circulating for years and has been subjected to the wear and tear of everyday use. Moreover, the rise of online platforms and marketplaces has made it easier for collectors to buy and sell rare coins. Auction houses, coin dealers, and online forums have provided a global marketplace where enthusiasts can come together to exchange coins, share their knowledge, and increase the value of these rare items. As more people become aware of the potential worth of the 1986 1-cent coin, the demand for these rare pennies continues to rise, pushing prices to new heights. Today, a well-preserved 1986 1-cent coin, especially one with an error or unique feature like the double die obverse, can easily fetch a price far above its face value. In some cases, these coins have been known to sell for as much as $30 million, making them some of the most valuable pennies in existence. The allure of the 1986 penny is not just about its rarity, but also about its connection to the history of U.S. currency and the stories behind how these coins came to be for collectors. The value of the 1986 penny lies not only in its monetary worth but also in the rich history it represents. The coin is a symbol of the intricacies of the U.S. mint's production process, the dedication of numismatists, and the unpredictable nature of how ordinary items can transform into extraordinary treasures. As time goes on, it is likely that more people will come to appreciate the historical significance of the 1986 1-cent coin, and the stories of how it became a valuable commodity will continue to captivate collectors and enthusiasts for generations to come. The remarkable journey of the 1986 1-cent coin demonstrates how something as simple as a penny can hold far more value than meets the eye. Whether it's the story of a rare minting error, the growing interest in numismatics, or the connection to the broader history of U.S. currency, the 1986 penny has proven to be much more than just a piece of change. Its value has risen dramatically, and it continues to fascinate and inspire those who understand that sometimes, the most valuable things are those that are least expected. In the end, the 1986 1-cent coin is a testament to the world of collecting, the value of history, and the idea that what we perceive as ordinary can sometimes hold unimaginable worth. Whether it's the small imperfections in the design, the rare minting errors, or simply the passage of time that has made these coins increasingly scarce, the 1986 penny has become a symbol of how even the most humble objects can hold tremendous value in the right hands. For those who are fortunate enough to possess one of these coins, they hold not. Next 2013, a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin, minted by the United States, caught the attention of coin collectors and investors around the world. primarily because of its incredibly rare and mysterious features. This coin, despite its face value of just 1 cent, was soon to be valued at a staggering $230 million, a figure that would leave most people in disbelief. What made this coin so special, and why was it considered to be worth so much money? To answer these questions, we need to dive deep into the history of U.S. coinage, the evolution of the penny, and the rare events that led to the discovery of this particular coin, which would forever change the world of numismatics. The penny, a familiar coin in the United States, is often considered one of the least valuable pieces of currency in circulation. Historically, its face value has been small, and yet, despite its low worth, it has played a crucial role in shaping the financial landscape of the country. First introduced in 1793, the penny was initially struck in copper and featured the image of Lady Liberty. Over the years, the design of the penny has changed, with various portraits and symbols reflecting the political and social environment of the times. In 2013, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies, as it had done for decades. Yet among those billions of coins, one particular penny stood out. This was not due to a rare minting error or a special commemorative design, but rather because it was the product of a very peculiar set of circumstances. The story of this coin began with a mix-up in the minting process. According to reports from the U.S. Mint, a small batch of 2013 pennies was accidentally struck with the wrong materials, creating a unique combination that would make the coin extraordinarily valuable. The problem started when a batch of zinc, which was supposed to be used for the core of the pennies, was accidentally mixed with a more expensive metal, which was typically used for higher value coins. This combination created an unusual alloy that, while looking like an ordinary penny on the outside, had distinct differences that were only noticeable upon close inspection. Coin experts would later discover that the metallic composition of this particular penny made it far rarer than anything else minted in 2013. Once the mistake was realized, the U.S. Mint took immediate action to remove the faulty pennies from circulation, but some of these coins had already made their way into the hands of collectors. It was not long before enthusiasts began to notice the unusual characteristics of the coin. What appeared to be an innocent mistake turned out to be a hidden gem in the world of numismatics, and collectors scrambled to get their hands on one of these rare coins. In 2014, an anonymous collector came forward with one of the 2013 pennies that had escaped the mint's recall. The coin had been carefully preserved and, when examined by experts, revealed its rare characteristics. The unique metal composition of the coin, along with subtle imperfections in the strike, made it an item of great interest to both numismatists and investors. After several rounds of authentication and examination, the coin was deemed to be one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered. The 2013 penny was not the first time a U.S. coin had been valued far beyond its face value. Throughout history, there have been numerous instances where seemingly ordinary coins have fetched incredible sums at auctions. For example, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which was minted in error, is one of the most famous examples of a rare U.S. coin that is worth millions of dollars. Similarly, the 1933 Double Eagle gold coin, which was never officially released for circulation, became one of the most valuable coins in the world, fetching over $7 million at auction. However, the story of the 2013 penny was different. Unlike the other famous coins, which had been deliberately created or released into circulation with unique features, this penny's value was the result of a random mistake. In the world of coin collecting, such mistakes are often seen as opportunities, and it was this accidental creation of a rare coin that made the 2013 penny so extraordinary. As news of the discovery spread, the value of the 2013 penny skyrocketed. Experts in the numismatic world began to debate its worth, with some suggesting that it could be valued as high as $230 million, based on its rarity and the historical significance of its creation. The story of the 2013 penny quickly became a sensation, and the coin was soon the subject of media coverage, with collectors and investors eager to get their hands on one of the few surviving examples. The rise in value of the 2013 penny sparked a renewed interest in coin collecting, as enthusiasts realized that even the most seemingly insignificant coins could be worth enormous sums if they were rare or had unique characteristics. The discovery of the penny also highlighted the unpredictable nature of the coin market, where the value of a single coin could fluctuate dramatically based on factors such as rarity, demand, and historical significance. As the years passed, the 2013 penny continued to hold its place as one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in the world. Its story became an inspiration for collectors and investors alike, reminding them that even the most ordinary objects could, under the right circumstances, become priceless treasures. The 2013 penny's rise to fame also sparked a renewed interest in the history of U.S. coinage and the role that mistakes and accidents have played in shaping the world of numismatics. But the 2013 penny was not just a valuable coin, it also represented the broader history of U.S. currency. The penny has always been a symbol of the American economy, representing the small change that people use in their daily lives. However, as inflation has eroded the value of the penny over the years, many have questioned whether it is worth continuing to mint such low-value coins. Despite these concerns, the penny has remained a staple of American currency, and its accidental rise to fame in 2013 reminded people of its enduring legacy. In the years since the discovery of the 2013 penny, the coin has become a symbol of both luck and caution. Collectors who have managed to acquire one of these rare pennies often speak of the thrill of discovering such a valuable item, while others caution that such moments of fortune are few and far between. In the world of coin collecting, the 2013 penny serves as a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable treasures come from the most unexpected places. The story of the 2013 penny is a tale of chance, history, and the unpredictable nature of numismatics. It is a story that reminds us of the fascinating world of coin collecting, where a simple mistake can lead to the discovery of a treasure worth millions of dollars. The penny, once considered a symbol of small change, is now forever associated with one of the most remarkable stories in the world of U.S. coinage. In the future, the 2013 penny will undoubtedly be remembered as one of the most extraordinary coins ever minted by the United States. Its story will be told in numismatic circles for generations to come, inspiring collectors, investors, and enthusiasts to keep their eyes open for the next great discovery. As we look back on the remarkable rise of the 2013 penny, we are reminded that in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible, and even the most unassuming objects can hold incredible value. Ultimately, the story of the 2013 penny is a reminder that value is not always determined by face value alone. In the world of numismatics, rarity, history, and circumstance can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. The 2013 penny may have started its life as just another 1-cent coin, but through a twist of fate and a bit of luck, it became a symbol of the fascinating world of rare coins and the incredible potential hidden within even the most common objects. Next, 1994, a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin, which was initially created for everyday use, found itself at the center of a captivating tale that would have coin collectors, historians, and numismatists fascinated. Its journey began in the United States, where coins are minted by the U.S. Mint. The penny, or 1-cent coin, had long been part of American culture. At the time, the coin's face value was just 1 cent, a tiny denomination that many people wouldn't think twice about tossing into a jar or losing in the couch cushions. However, this specific penny, dating back to 1994, was far from ordinary. In fact, it would soon be worth millions, defying expectations and changing the way collectors viewed not just this penny, but the entire world of coin collecting. To understand how this humble coin could become worth $180 million, it's important to take a step back in time. The U.S. Mint, as part of its regular operations, produced millions of 1-cent coins every year. Most of these were made using standard methods and materials, with no real distinction among them. The vast majority of pennies were just like the ones you might find in your pocket, and their worth remained low, just a cent. The U.S. Mint, in its routine operations, produced pennies in large quantities, with billions of them circulating across the country. They were designed for practicality rather than rarity or value. However, that all changed when a mistake was made in the production process. This mistake would eventually lead to a coin that defied conventional logic and transformed into one of the most valuable coins in the history of the United States. The coin in question was mistakenly struck with the wrong metal composition, which was a significant error. The U.S. Mint's usual process for minting pennies involved using a combination of copper and zinc. However, due to an error in the production line, a small batch of pennies was struck using a much rarer and more valuable metal alloy. The result of this error was a coin that, at first glance, looked like an ordinary penny. But upon closer inspection, it became clear that the coin was something extraordinary. The composition of the coin, combined with its year of minting, created a rarity that was virtually impossible to replicate. While most people would have casually overlooked this coin as just another piece of change, those with a trained eye could immediately recognize its value. It wasn't long before news spread among coin collectors about the existence of this rare penny. Experts began to investigate, and soon it became clear that this particular coin was no mere anomaly, it was a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The penny, due to its unique composition, was incredibly valuable. In fact, it was so rare that its value quickly soared into the millions, and eventually, experts began to estimate its worth at an astonishing $180 million. This was far beyond the reach of most people, and soon the penny became a prized possession for wealthy collectors and investors alike. The $180 million price tag attached to the penny didn't come from a sudden, inflated desire for wealth. Instead, it was the result of a series of factors that contributed to the coin's rarity and desirability. First, there was the unique metal composition. The fact that it was struck with the wrong alloy made it one of a kind. Additionally, the fact that this particular penny was from the 1994 series made it even more desirable, as it was part of a specific set of coins that had been produced that year. Over time, as more and more collectors and investors sought out the coin, its value continued to rise. This wasn't just due to the coin's rarity, but also the story behind it. The idea that a simple mistake in the minting process could lead to a coin worth millions of dollars captured the imaginations of many. It was a story of chance, of luck, and of a seemingly insignificant piece of currency becoming a symbol of great wealth. The rarity of the coin, combined with the fact that it was a part of a particular year's production, made it incredibly sought after by collectors. Over the years, the penny's value only continued to rise, as it became a symbol of the unpredictable nature of rare coin discoveries. While some might have seen it as a fluke, others saw it as a testament to the potential hidden within everyday objects. It wasn't just about the face value of the coin, it was about the history, the rarity, and the story that it told. As the coin's value grew, so did its mystique. People began to speculate about how many other rare and valuable coins might be out there, hidden in circulation or tucked away in people's homes. The idea of a coin, initially thought to be of little worth, becoming a multi-million-dollar treasure sparked a renewed interest in coin collecting. Many began to wonder if they might have a hidden gem lying in their spare change or tucked away in a forgotten drawer. Despite the increasing demand for the 1994 penny, it was never clear how many other coins from that batch had survived. After all, most coins produced by the U.S. Mint are immediately put into circulation, where they are used and spent by everyday people. It's rare for a coin to remain in perfect condition, let alone one with a mistake in its composition. This added another layer of intrigue to the 1994 penny story. Was this particular coin the only one of its kind? Were there others hiding out there, waiting to be discovered? For years, the mystery of the 1994 penny captivated coin enthusiasts. People began to search for similar coins, hoping to stumble upon another rare gem. But despite their efforts, the 1994 penny remained elusive, its story growing more fascinating with each passing year. The penny became a symbol not just of rare numismatic value but of the power of chance and the unpredictable nature of history. Eventually, as the years went by and the penny's value reached astronomical heights, a decision was made by the U.S. Mint to recall any remaining pennies from that 1994 production batch. The idea was to prevent any more coins with the rare composition from slipping through the cracks and becoming lost to history. The rarity of the coin had now reached such legendary status that it was considered an artifact, not just a piece of currency. But even with the U.S. Mint's efforts to control the situation, the 1994 penny had already become part of the public consciousness. Its story was already too compelling to be erased. It wasn't just a coin anymore, it was a symbol of unexpected fortune and the mysteries that lay hidden in the world of numismatics. Over the years, the 1994 penny would continue to change hands, passing from one collector to another, its value continuing to rise. It became a part of the legacy of American coin collecting, a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary things can become the most extraordinary treasures. The story of the penny, once worth only a cent, serves as a testament to the world of rare coin collecting and the incredible value that can be hidden in the most unexpected places. As time goes on, the legend of the 1994 penny endures. It remains one of the most iconic and valuable coins in the world, a reminder of the strange and fascinating world of numismatics. Its value has reached unprecedented heights, making it a symbol of the incredible potential that lies in even the most unassuming of objects. For those who seek to uncover rare and valuable coins, the story of the 1994 penny will always be a reminder that sometimes, what appears to be ordinary can be extraordinary.